Greetings and welcome back to Monster Legends. Alright, it's Monday. We do have a new event going here, and we have a couple of things coming tomorrow-ish. So we're going to talk about the big thing right now. However, first, I would like to say that I did something. Yes, I broke down and I did that. I felt that if I wanted to continue doing this game, I kind of had to, because I was deleting creatures left and right because I didn't have space. So I felt I needed space, so I spent the money on it. Alright, so unfortunately when I was doing this, I made one kind of annoying mistake. You might notice Zenbira walking around in there. I kind of put her down because I had that old Venos legendary habitat lying around. It was in my inventory because I had nowhere to put it. I put it down and then I kind of hatched her there and I was going to feed her up. The problem is that I noticed it was only level 1 and I started, upgrading it, and I forgot that you can't actually access anybody anymore. So there's actually no way I can get to her. I'm not going to do that for sure, right? So as soon as that's done, I'm going to move somebody else in there and move her out somewhere where I can manipulate her, right? The other two are actually being built. So I'm going to be going into full construction mode here. And as soon as they're built, I'm going to move individuals up there. Individuals who I probably aren't using very much. Probably ones that are in the vault, actually. But, yeah, that's what I did. I felt I had to do it. It gave me an extra 120 gems. So, just so you know, when you see that open, I am more likely to be hatching individuals in the future now. Because I do have a lot of individuals in my storage that I haven't woken up yet. And I better start getting along with that. Alright, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that up front. Of course, the ISIL mini progression event is over and it has been replaced with Protect the Ship Island. Okay, is that Ship Island or Protect the Ship Island? I don't really know. Anyway, what I do know is the center of this is Nitro Blaster. Nitro Blaster is fire, he's an attacker, he's an elite. And he starts with his first trait being that he is an artifact, which means you cannot put positive or negative effects on him. This is very useful since it means you cannot stun him, you cannot freeze him, you cannot possess him, you cannot put torture effects on him to kill him over time. So he is kind of dangerous, kind of really dangerous. The other side of that is you can't put buffs on him either. You couldn't put like a regeneration on him, that kind of thing. I think if you did a straight up heal, that'll work. But nothing like any kind of an effect over time. So he is the one that I chose that I wanted to go for. I just ended up getting I think it was 25 cells. I think it was 25 cells of ISIL. I already have him, so it didn't really mean that much to me. And ranking him up once isn't really as helpful as ranking him up 3 times? I think it's 3 times. Because you have to get ISIL up to 115 in order for him to Mega Taunt right out of his trait. He's still good and very useful. It's just that he's not what I call like a Mega Taunt tank, even though he can do it. He's kind of like Corel Brutalis, who has the ability to do that if you give them the opportunity. Anyway, Nitro Blaster is who I'm going to be going for, and of course I have extra gems to do that now, so timing is also something that's in there right now. You can see I have one of the chests already, haven't touched it. I think I'll probably just wait until we have both of the chests, then we'll open them at the same time. However, there is a chest I do want to open. But as you see, this is just basically the progression. It's the same thing as the other one. You have to get to 65 in order to get him, unless of course you have cells for him already. Which I don't really think you could have cells for him already. I forget how it was Nitro Blaster. I think Nitro Blaster was part of a maze. I think before they started doing them like they're doing them now, where you get pieces and putting them together, they did that for the Forsaken. So you would either have him and then gather cells afterwards, or not have him. That kind of thing. Alright, so like I said, there is something that I did want to do while I was thinking about chests. So let's just take a step into the shop for a moment, because you'll notice in the upper right there I have 24 more of those little video keys. So let's just do this before I forget. And I'm sure I'm going to get either one of those Nemesis creatures or a VIP, I'm not just going to get an ordinary legendary. Don't be ridiculous. I'm thinking Nemesis. Well, at least I don't have him. But he's another one I have to hatch now. Okay, well, I appreciate that. If I was going to get a legendary, at least it's somebody I don't have. I mean, I would like a repeat of somebody who is really good and somebody I have. But, as I said, it's not like they gave me another mystery or something like that. Okay, so there are certain things that are coming to an end now. The Unchained breeding event from Myrak, I only got a chance to do one opportunity, and it's sitting over there right now. I didn't want to activate my temple, and it turns out it's probably good because there's going to be another breeding event that's beginning tomorrow. Now, I don't know any details of it. They're calling it capitalization, something like that. Anyway, I look for information. I couldn't find anything. I also know that from the schedule they put out on Facebook that next week they're going to be doing a top monsters breeding event next week. So I was holding off. I figured there might be a breeding event, and there will be. So that's what I'm going to hold off to. So that starts tomorrow. They're also doing a single monster maze, and unfortunately it's going to be the warrior again. I'm pretty sure we've done this at least once with him, and I'm like, can we do somebody else? That'd be awesome, because, you know, I have enough to rank him up twice. I don't actually know if he's done that or not, and he's still 60 for me. That's how much I love him, you know. But if he gets to be much more powerful like that, I may have to actually level him up. I don't think I would do him in a video, though, because I just don't think he's very interesting. I would just level him up at this point. I mean, he'd be 110 for me if I did that now, so I might as well just do it. It's not like I'm short of food or something like that. All right, and I think that's everything. We do have the last day of this going on, the Monster Cell Week. So if there's anything you want to get in there, of course, this inventory will be gone in 43 minutes. So obviously, you'll be looking at the last inventory now yourself. And I did do a little bit of work on somebody over here. Iltron, I think his name is, right? Yeah, I'm leaning heavily. I don't know. I wouldn't spend any more at this point. If he pops up again, it'll be a little bit hard. But the thing is, I don't want to jeopardize not getting Nitro Blaster. I do want him because he's got a great trait. I remember his trait. I faced it before, and it's really annoying. But I just feel like Nitro Blaster has to be my priority. If he's popping up in here now, he'll be in the next one too. That's what I mean. I don't mean like in 43 minutes. I mean the next time we do this, probably during a race. He'll pop up again. I can wait. I am patient. I think that's about it. There really isn't anything else going on right now. So why don't we... Yeah, it's going to be going to PvP because, unfortunately, war just started there a little while ago. And by started there a little while ago, I mean the next process of it. I took a quick look at the team. You can't really judge a team by what they load in automatically. But from what they've loaded in automatically, I don't think we're going to have a lot of trouble with this. The only problem we have is that somebody left the team just before the war began, so we have 29. Luckily, we didn't have to wait very long for a match. It's just, unfortunately, the matching got delayed because somebody actually left. So, anyway, I guess we're going to go right into PvP then, because that's all we got. So let's get going. And unfortunately, we're going to get that little splat screen as soon as I beat up on somebody, because we do have a new season going right now. Started this morning. I got 2 5 ruins from my 5 to 10 chests, which of course never really happens. Yeah, not really strong opponents at the moment here, right? Okay, well, you know what? Let's see how this works out. All right, I got teams. There were a number of teams to pick from, and I think I picked a good selection here, so let's go. Our first team today was suggested by Chase, and Chase wanted to see somebody who's going to be ranking up fairly soon. Actually, somebody who is now 110. There is Alfonso. He just ranked up, actually. I think it was yesterday. Next up, we're going over to the light. And this is going to be Dorothy. And finally, way over here in water, we're going with Jack. All right, strong team, so let's see what we get. Let's see if we can get something a little harder. Although we are doing freezing, we want to avoid somebody who doesn't want to be frozen. Kind of like over here, I'm pretty sure that Thalassa cannot be frozen. So, and I think she makes everybody immune to freeze. I could be wrong about that. Or does she give stamina? I'm not taking the risk, because if they're all high level and if they're all immune to freeze, that would be death. I'm going to try one more time. Something like challenging, not death though. I kind of got to go up the middle. I guess it really depends on how fast she's going to be. I mean, which is a better team? I think the one up the middle is more terrifying, though. I mean, I'm not going to talk about that team on the left. I mean, that's just insta-death right there. Okay, so let's go. Do you have... You have a vitality banner. Okay, good, good, good. Because what I'm going to do is a glacial snowstorm, and I'm going to target you to take your stamina away from you. And I don't want it being refilled. Okay, I'm sure you all know where this is going to go, right? Okay, that's going to hurt. Yep, that's really going to hurt. Only the ghost survives. And the ghost is frozen. And the ghost is drowning. Alright, but, let's see here. Boom on the head. Okay, and I did advance there. I'm closing in on the elite dragon. I am closing in on him. I don't feel there's going to be any problem with me getting him. Alright. Alright, hey, how was your weekend? Doing well? I hope you're in a good mood. Let's see if you are in a good mood, right? Semi-good mood. Semi-good mood, I guess. I actually don't have him. There we go. There's the splat screen. Okay, we have seen escalation. So let's see how our teams do against escalation. Our next team today was suggested by Eric Hansen. And Eric wanted to see somebody who just had an event. You know, I keep calling him light. He's not light. He's water. I don't know where I get the light idea from, too. Maybe it's just because his coloring looks like that. But I am talking about Isol. Of course, this is Lurch. I mean, he's light colored, right? I mean, you could probably say water, I suppose. I guess those are ice cubes or something. Something like that. All right, and the next individual in our team is over in Thunder. And this is going to be all the way down here. Oh, there he is. Bird Person. And finally, in the control area, we have in Darkness. He's down here too. He's hiding. There he is. Jazzy. All right, so we got everything here. So let's see how this works out. Yeah, I'm not gonna do those two teams. No, I'm not. The other one, I don't think works out well for the other team. I mean, we got a good team. It's just not enough to deal with that, right? Oh, How much damage do I have? You know, I don't think I have enough to take a Dunra down. And I can't do anything to them while that Dunra is up. All right, one more time. Let's see. Okay. I'd rather not do up the middle because even though they have heavy levels, I don't think that would be much of a threat. The right is terrifying. The left is pretty terrifying too, but I have to pick one of these. Now, I think the Megaton tank actually decides it. I have to go with the one on the right. And also the fact that there was a Flamerion there, right? Okay, so who's... Oh, somebody's going really fast, isn't they? Okay, let's see. You're doing 61. I'm willing to bet. Okay, that's going to be ugly for Lurch. Um, you're doing 66? Hold on a second. You're doing 63. Oh, wow, there are two of you who are faster. Yeah, this is not going to go well, I think. Okay. Are you going to give yourself water hater? Oh. Ow! And, okay, well, our denial is gone. Yeah, this is not going to go well, is it? All right, well, let's get swifty here. And do that. That's probably the last thing you're going to do. I don't suppose you want to do a taunt, please? But I'm actually going to select it and hope that he actually does it. Could you please do the taunt? I didn't think so. Okay, and that's the end of that. Sorry about that, Eric. Yeah, in looking for a challenging team, I got one that was a little bit too challenged. How about that escalation? I just won one fight, and all of a sudden, I'm like, what is all this stuff I'm getting? And now we're back to this. Not that these are easy or anything, but they're certainly a lot better than what we had in terms of, like, being able to defeat them, right? All right, sorry about that. All right, so we're going to have to move on. Our third team today was suggested by Santiago Carrillo. And Santiago Carrillo actually gave me a bunch of teams, but I chose this one. So let's get going here. Let's start over in nature, and this is going to be Isaac. All right, next we go over to fire, and this is going to be Bram. And finally, also in fire, we have Nova. All right, so obviously we were moving a lot faster this time, right? Okay, so let's think about this. I'm in the same situation now. I have some very strong individuals here, and they're very fast. So, I mean, the team on the right is comparable. It's just that 130 Agursus really is concerning, because I think he's got a 0 cooldown attack. So even if I was to activate his cooldowns, that might still be a problem. It's very risky. Let's do it. This is probably another loss. It really depends on what the other... Okay, you have support speed. Oh, does that mean... 74. I think that... just checking for a moment. Wow, you're fast too. Okay, and you have 8,000. All right. Like I said, the problem might very well be... Should I go for possessions instead? See, they can't not do the activation of cooldowns. As far as I know, there's no way to get away from it unless you have a Megaton tank. Yeah, then it'll go to him. But he's hardened, which means he's got like a 50% chance of avoiding it. So, which do I do? Yeah, they're doing pestilence traps on us to reduce our health. See, if I do this one, activate their cooldowns, but he could still use a group attack on us, the Kihaku, and he could use a single target attack. The thing is, if I go with the possessions, 2 of them are hardened. I'm going to gamble. I'm going to gamble with the possessions. Oh, I'm in trouble. Ouch. Kill him, please. Okay, I think that kind of worked out. All right, let's just do the activation of cooldowns on them now. All right, let's think. Our negative random effect on each removes all negative status effects from enemies. Do we have any problems at the moment? Oh yeah, you're possessed. This is a great idea. All right, deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies a random negative to target. Does that mean I target one and he gets one? But it removes negative status effects from our guys. Yeah, hit him, please. All right. Boom. I was concerned about that because he was going next. All right, let's get rid of you. And then let's get you bleeding. I'm not going to ask you if you bleed because I already know it. And you're dead. Okay, the gamble paid off. We could very easily have lost that, but it was a gamble. All right. And a rune. Okay, 2 wins, 1 loss. Sorry again, Eric. So let's see how the last one goes. It seems that we're getting another escalation here. All right, our 4th and final team for today was suggested by Morale YT. And Morale wanted to see... this one is obviously going to be a very strong team, by the way. Very strong because it starts with Cleo. Next, just to add to the initial strength... Where is Elvira? And finally, over in water, we have Finn. All right, so obviously a very strong team here, so we can afford to completely not do a Megaton tank. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that. I also don't want to duel Elvira's, too. Well, the one on the right, it's completely dependent on it. Thing is, I have 1 damage dealer. Oh, if I hit everything, I might be able to get rid of him. You know what? I think I'm going to do the team on the right because I'm probably going to have an opportunity to act on it. See, the difference between the one in the middle and the one on the right, if you look at it, there's a Megaton tank, there's also a 115 Scrap Warrior, there's a Montezuma, and there's a Kane. The Kane is... I'm not going to say... I guess you could say the Kane is more dangerous because he's an elite, right? All right, let's do that. Oh! I forgot again. So let's go over here, and I probably have 2 of them now, right? And I have something else, too. So I'm just going to grab all that for now. And then we go back in. And then we're doing the team on the right. Okay, he doesn't have all health on him. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, that was great. You did absolutely nothing, and it costed you your stamina. But I see what you did. You gave yourself evasion. Here's the thing. I'm not looking at you. Okay, none of his group attacks are water. Oh, wow, that hurts. 26,000 times 3, right? As opposed to... Yeah, that's going to be better. But which is the one I want to do? They're both the same damage. All right, I'm going to do this one. All right. Did he get the bleeding? Okay, what did you actually do? Can only be damaged by the special element. Oh, okay. You mean like sharp wings? There we go. All right, let's think. Well, let's prepare for damage, right? So, him. All right, let's see. Oh, you guys, you're not evading anymore. All right, that's good. And you want some curse? I don't think Scrap Warrior wanted that. Okay, as for you, repent, sinner. He repented. All right, so that was obviously a very strong team. I try to end with the strongest team because by that time we've probably won a couple of times and the opponents are stronger, right? And And Arun, I guess he's in a fairly good mood today. All right, and we're done. Okay, kind of a short episode today, but unfortunately I don't have war. Not a lot to talk about. Now, coming up, we're going to have another breeding event. We're going to have the Warrior's Path. Again, if you want lots of cells for the Warrior, you can get him. I mean, he's not horrible. It's just nothing really special. Like I said, mine is rank 2, and he's still level 60. So I'll probably just feed him up because I'm probably never going to use him in a training video, right? One of the testing videos. The next testing video is probably waiting for her. So it's kind of annoying that I did that. I kind of trapped her in there. So she's sitting there level 1 waiting for some food. The poor thing is starving. And like I said, we're having some kind of a breeding event tomorrow. I don't know really what it's about, but I didn't want to blow my my temple on this. I'm thinking I might take one shot once this wears off to see if I could get my rank. That was a failure. That was actually a rare. It wasn't even an epic. So I just took one shot, and that's all I wanted because I figured something else was going to come, and apparently I was right. I don't think there's anything else up. I know they're going to be doing another maze next week. And it's going to be like a mushroom fellow. You know, I think that was supposed to be the other half of the one that had Zenfira in it. Because if you remember back, it was Zenfira in the image, right? The cover image. And then there were mushroom guys in the background. And I figured, okay, that's going to be a two-parter. It seems maybe that the second part's going to be next week. So are they going to make a new graphic for that? I don't know. All I know is Nitro Blaster, very good. He's got firing attacks. He's got extra turns. He's an artifact. He's an elite. He's a fire attacker. You probably want to go for him if you can. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games because games are fun. See ya.